Not the Avon lady pregnant.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the Kingeries video. I know I miss you all too. I am back from my break and I'm feeling refreshed and better than ever. Girl, y'all done got the Avon lady pregnant. Come to find out, y'all was right. But honestly, we didn't owe us anything. Girl, we just don't know how we feel about her being pregnant with that man. But we're gonna talk about all that, girl. We gotta get into some things. Girl, I see Nelly's little video is making its rounds around social media. We gotta have a conversation about that. Sherry Shepherd possibly replacing Wendy Williams on the Wendy Williams show. A conversation, girl. We gotta get into some things. Also, we got some new music last week and a new music video from Nicki Minaj. Yeah, we have some things to talk about. Girl, I miss y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this mental health check-in first. Mental health check-in. I'm feeling very refreshed. I've had a good week, a good break. I didn't realize I was going to take one until I just said, you know what? I'm taking a break this week. But I'm feeling good, rejuvenated, all of those things. I think it's very important to do that, all that other stuff. Like it's like to refresh yourself or whatever. And I just feel good. I feel really good. A lot of things in my mind, a lot of things I want to talk about. I will be taking those conversations to Patreon. So if you're not subscribed to Patreon, you might want to for the month of February because we getting it done. Get her done. But yeah, I hope y'all had a good week. I hope y'all, Black History Month could be better because baby, if it's not one thing, it's another, girl. Black History Month this month has been, girl, it's been trash. Like, let's go ahead and get into the tea for today. Girl, it is February the 8th, 2022, and I am telling y'all that this Black History Month is like interesting. If it ain't Kanye West using his blackness to attack Kim Kardashian, it is all the other things that's going on. Girl, you got Future and Kevin Samuels doing a skit together, just like essentially just Kevin Samuels is trash, like grade A trash. He is a misogynist. He says a lot of problematic stuff about women, specifically black women. And Future is doing a whole skit with him. Like it's just like making money off of hating like black women. Like who would have thought? Who would have thought? Like it's just I don't know. I don't know. Like I really don't know, girl. It's a lot, girl. It's a lot. But yeah, this Black History Month, she's not giving. She's not giving, to be honest. I just cancel it. Like let's just restart. Let's just go back and restart her. Like from the beginning. This whole stuff with Joe Rogan ain't making no sense. Like, girl, I did a whole video dragging it on Patreon, girl, because I can't. The things I want to say, I can't say it on here. I can't really say it on here. But Whoopi Goldberg being let go for some stuff that she said, did a whole video about that on Patreon. Girl, let me tell you something. If there's one thing I'm gonna be in 2022 is strategic, okay? But girl, like this Black History Month, it's just, she clicking, but she's clicking down, okay? But girl, let's talk about some things. Let's go ahead, because y'all have been waiting for me to talk about this since I was gone. And it's, don't you turn your back on me, Papa. I want to see your face when I... Baby, y'all wanted me to talk about Khloe Kardashian's hands so bad. So bad. Ain't that what Nene said? So bad. Baby, when I saw those hands, I screamed. I literally said, these are literally Voldemort's hands. Like, they have to be. Like, they have to be. And don't get me wrong, because, you know, I need to get my nails done, especially need to get my toes down. Shout out to Justin. But, like, what was funny about Khloe Kardashian's hands is that they don't match her face. Like, that's what we're getting at, is that they don't match her face. Like, her face is brown, but her hand is white. Like, it looked like sis had some white gloves on with some nails. Like, she was giving Freddy Krueger. If Freddy Krueger washed his hands and had some real lotion, and he went to go see my girl Rochelle at Asian Rose Spa, like, girl, the hands were smooth and like together and like all that other stuff, but they just white. Like, it's nothing we can do about like fixing them. The skin is white. It's just, you know, just whatever. I don't think her hands didn't look rough, but the nails and her, they just very pale. And with those long nails, it just looked very scary. it just, I don't know, it just looked very, don't you turn your back on me, Potter. I want to see your face when I hit you. I'm literally going to watch that again because that is hilarious. But yeah, like the whole family is guilty of that. I just think it's funny. We keep seeing these folks, you know, their faces be tanned down, but their hands is like, girl, you're not black. You are not black. I'm black. I'm absolutely black. I'm absolutely black. Absolutely. Moving on, girl, let's go and get into it. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj's new song. Do you have a problem? So yeah, I did a whole video discussing Nicki Minaj's new era and what she's trying to offer the girls in 2022 with this new single. I watched the music video, I'm gonna be completely honest. The music video just was not giving. It wasn't giving. I think it gave looks. Nicki looked amazing, her hair looked good, the outfits looked good, it was giving the things. The acting was terrible. Like, it was terrible. And I don't know if that was on purpose or was it like, but Nicki is fun, she's playful. I don't see why they just didn't kind of like make this something else. It gave me low budget Bonnie and Clyde with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, I'm not watching this video and analyzing this video 20 years from now. It's just like Jay-Z and Beyonce did this, like, I don't know how long, like 2003. The video eats. Like, the video is good, it's clean. Like, you had Lil Baby doing this on the steering wheel. I was like, Lil Baby, what we doing? What we doing? Like, what we doing, mama? What we doing? This ain't it. It just looked goofy. Nicki coming with them, like, doing this. It was just, what's the procedure, Mr. Flint? It was just corny. It was corny. It was not good. Like, it's just, and I can tell that Nicki's team spent some money on this. I can tell that Nicki's, like, label, whoever, they want to push this song. They want this song to eat. And I don't think the song is going to do that. I don't think it's going to do that. I think it's going to do okay. I think the song is good for Nicki Minaj's fans. It definitely fed her fans. But people who are not, Nicki Minaj fan, Sri Lanka, they not. It's just like, but it's got some push. Like, you spending money on having a little baby, then this like 9-minute visuals, looks. Girl, I know y'all, like, they're trying to rebrand Nicki. I do think that it's a little bit, like, you can tell all the press that Nicki is doing. She was very excited to do a song with Lil Baby, but her verse just wasn't all of that. It was okay. Lil Baby watched her own song. Oh my God, that never really happens. But I'm hoping that Nicki is kind of hungry and wanting to, like, and taking this stuff serious. Like, girl, you got to step it up, mama. You got to step it up. Like, because I'm going to be honest, like, the last couple of music videos that Nicki has done have been very, like, low budget. They just haven't been good. It's just giving, like, neon lights and her talking in a tunnel in a kiddie pool somewhere and rapping next to a non-black person saying the N-word. I just, like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. But I can tell some money was put in this video. Like, it just was given. I think that the label really wants this song to eat. And I just don't think it's going to. I think the beat was cute. I like the beat. I love singing Nicki. I love singing. Everybody knows me love singing Nicki. I like the chorus. I like whatever you call it, the track. What is it? Chorus? I don't know what it's called. But it was cute. I liked it. But I don't know. It's just not, it's just kind of playful. I don't know. It's kind of like, it's kind of gimmicky. I don't know. Then she dropped another little snippet of a song called Busting. And it was giving Fifi. It sounded like the flow from Fifi. It's just, I thought it was Fifi. I was like, I thought the little dude who would be saying the N-word, I thought he was about to come out somewhere. But that's what they was giving. So, I don't know. I wonder where it's going to land on the charts. Definitely will be seeing. I don't predict it. If it does land on the top 10, it's not going to stay on there long. Even with the push of Lil Baby, I don't think this song can do much, to be honest. But that's all I got on that. So moving on, let's talk about some other stuff. Let's get into this conversation about Nelly. First of all, Nelly has been accused of a couple of things, so just putting it out there before we start to thirst over the peen and all the other stuff. Now, there's been a big conversation, for lack of better words, about Nelly and his video. Apparently, Nelly posted a video on his Instagram story, and it was him getting that sloppy Gawk 3000. Honestly, it wasn't Gawk 3000, to be honest. It was giving Gawk 300. It was giving Gawk 300. It was not, girl, maybe Nelly was getting it, he was feeling it, You know, but girl, when I saw it, I was like, girl, this is trash, mama. Like, girl, like, sis, maybe that's just me. But girl, it needs to be giving demon throat from me. It needs to be, like it needs to be, get your life. Get your life. And it's just, like, girl, what is this? Girl, what is this 2005 DVD porn? Like, it needs to be giving the things. It needs to be, woo! Like, it needs to, it just was dry. It was Gawk 3000. It was Gawk 300. It was giving Gawk 300. And then it was like, he liked the child. He was like, ooh. When he said, ooh, I screamed. When he said, ooh, he said, you going in. I was like, is this what it's giving? Baby. Now, the girls were saying that, you know, the peen wasn't like giving. It was small. It was giving shrimp. And I'm just like, it was not giving shrimp. Like, if it was not. And I honestly really am tired of the size conversation. Like, people like just really be like overcompensating for no reason. Like, oh, that's all. Like, I don't even wait. Girl, first of all, if somebody on Nelly's level came to you with, like, you would be chewing her down. Point blank period. Some of y'all are chewing smaller for less. Okay? Like, some of y'all are chewing smaller for less, and some of y'all are actually chewing bigger for less. And let me be completely honest. Like, I don't know if you girls think y'all, like, let me tell you one thing about them big pieces. They cute, but let me tell you something. A lot of them big pieces, they not waking up. Like, they not waking up. They ain't, them girls is asleep. The blood is not flowing. She's not waking up. And the girls be talking about something, the alcohol and this. And I have been in a situation where it was like this guy, he was trying to, I was like, girl, there's no vibe here. It's no nothing. Like, let me just go. Like, it's not giving. And I don't know, he was just rushing and stuff. I was just like, girl, this is weird. Like, I just wasn't turned on. I just wasn't. But like some of these big pieces, we even see it. But I think that, I wish, this is why I'm interested in creating another podcast. I think the stuff that we see on Twitter and like this, like OnlyFans and all that has kind of obscured our vision of how we see like sex, how we see it. Because I've said that so many times. It's just like, girl, they think folks just supposed to be, and it's like it's no person. Like, even when it comes to like I'm talking about Chris sex, I'm talking about like that. Like, even with just that, and like bottoms, and how bottoms are expected to be just open, just ready, and it's just like, I don't want to deal with all that. It's too tight. I ain't doing all that. I'm just like, this is a person at the end of the day. So I don't know what you want to do. Like, you're expecting it just to be like, I don't get that. Like, I don't get that. Like, it's just, I don't really get this. Just, everybody's not gonna be like that. And then when people come in expecting that, and folks are expecting that's what they're supposed to receive, and it's just like, girl, no ma'am, like, I'm not dealing with that. Let me tell you something. I ain't finna be holding my stomach in just because I had a steak. Like, I'm not dealing with that. Like, some of y'all girls, you gonna be changing sheets. Well, let me stop. I just think that the conversation around sizes, like, it's lacking a lot of context, and I feel like people are being very childish. A lot of things, and I used to be childish too, especially when it came to uncutting, cutting all that other stuff. I'm really cutting up right now. But it's just like, girl, it's a peen, it's a peen. And I think a lot of folks who, like, I remember this guy used to joke and say, oh, you stay, that dick must have been given. Let me say something, ain't no good dick making me stay in nowhere. Ain't no good ass, it's not making me stay anywhere. It's not making me stay. If it's just trash, it's just trash. Like, it's just, good sex is not making me stay with somebody. Like, it's just not. Like, it's just not. Like, it's a lot of folks who are in relationships and other situationships and staying and they ain't getting none. Like, it just happens. Like, that's not always the thing that keeps a person there. And it's different things for different folks, but I think the whole conversation of saying it was a shrimp, I don't know, it's just making fun of the size. It just, I don't know what power folks got out of it. I just didn't like it. I don't think it was small. I think it was cute. I think it was giving, and I definitely would have been giving Gawk 3000. Point blank, period. Like, I don't see what the issue is. I just didn't get that. I was like, girl, That's a whole nother conversation about that too, but I won't be having on that. But you know, speaking of that, you know, y'all, if you can see the video, girl, I don't know what to take it. I ain't posting it nowhere. But yeah, the girl had on lashes. She had eyebrows done. It was too much for me. I don't like all the dressed up stuff. Like, girl, get to it. Take that. Put it. I don't care if it's in a bonnet, girl. Just get to work. I ain't come here to see all that. I ain't come to see all that. I came to see you enjoying yourself, and I don't see you enjoying yourself with your hair all pinned up and your eyelashes on. And girl, because who is doing that? Well, I guess my eyes are watering. I don't want them bird feathers to be falling off of my eyes and get stuck. I don't need to be going blind. I need to be making this man go blind. Point blank, period. So moving on, because I'm getting a little bit. But let's talk about, since we talking about all this, let's talk about Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon. Honestly, girl, I don't think that it's right for Nick Cannon to be out here like having all these children and stuff, and one of the parents have lost a child and stuff, and it's just like Nick cannot be there to even help this parent go through the grieving process and all that, because he got so many other kids to tend to, and it's just like, just because Nick allegedly has the money to be able to take care of all these kids need more than money. They need more than money. Yes, money's a big factor, but they need love and attention. And this is something that kind of reminds me of my dad. I love my dad down, but I wish he was a little bit softer. I wish he knew how to communicate with us, communicate with me, and talk to me and listen to my feelings, and I listen to his. But I think he was in a generation that's been taught that I just need to pay the bills, I need to be a provider and all that. I don't need to be soft. I need to be all of these things for my kids. And it's just like, yeah, provider, you're good at all of those things. Never had to really want for anything that was outside, like stuff, you made it happen. But it's also like that connection and that love that you're able to just have a conversation with them for hours and not feel like that you're performing and stuff. It's very, very important. I feel like I've talked to a lot of people who said their fathers are just kind of disconnected when it comes to having conversations. Like, I can talk to my mom for hours. Even though sometimes, Linda, I love you down. Even though sometimes she be coming with some heavy woo! But I love talking to her. I love talking to my dad too, but I be wanting him to kind of like break down and just, not break down like emotion, but just kind of just be vulnerable. Like, tell me like how he's feeling. I just feel like he just got this hard exterior. It's very hard. I understand the generation that he grew up in where they didn't do that, but I know if I was to have kids, I would try to make sure that I'm emotionally available more for my child as a parent. So yeah, Nick Cannon's not able to provide that. He's one person. And let me be honest. I don't think that the traditional family structure of man, woman is like, oh, this is the best. I think definitely a community can raise a child and all the other stuff, but I don't think it's in the best interest of like a child if there's 20 other siblings and they don't get to see their parent. Because Nick Cannon works a lot. Nick Cannon works a lot. He has a lot of things going on. He's a celebrity. He has plenty of gigs to be doing. And he is, suffering with an illness. So it's just like, what is the purpose of this? You're kind of leaving these women. And all of these women he's been having kids with are non-black women. A lot of them are non-black women. And I get it. Like, I don't want to subject any black woman to the stuff that Nick Cannon's doing, but I'm also like, these non-black women are getting access to Nick Cannon's money. Like, they're getting the money that's getting from the black community. Like, we're not getting that back into our community with these non-black. Like, it's just not happening. That's what I be talking about. Like, black capitalism will not save us, because look at like somebody like a Nick Cannon who's a black capitalist and all that other stuff and around here doing all these things. That money's not coming back. Yeah, he's hiring black folks for these shows and stuff, but Nick Cannon's the one probably making the most out of all the people he's hiring, and that money's not going to like black women and their black kids. Like, it's just not. It's so complicated, y'all. But that's a lot. But I'm just not here for it. I'm not here for that at all. Let's end part one of this video. Yes, part one, girl. We got some other stuff to talk about. And talk about Summer Walker's new hairdo. Like, the girls were saying that Summer Walker looked like, I can't think of the name of that thing off of Mortal Kombat, but I scream. So Summer Walker cut off all her hair. She debuted a new haircut. She had a shaved head and just a pony just going to the back. The girls were saying, oh girl, this is ugly. What the hell is going on? I'm not really surprised that Summer Walker cut her hair like that and did that, because that's Summer Walker. Like, that is like, Summer Walker is a very free artist who's going to do what she wants to do no matter what it is. Like, if she want to feed herself a bean a day, she would do that. Like, if she wants to, you know, drag her label for having her put out their trash song that she didn't like, she's going to do that. Like, Summer Walker is a free bird. But I'm not going to hold you. I did see something that Summer Walker posted, and I saw something that she posted when the conversation about, you know, that it was a possibility, well, it was a thing, it was a fake story about Janine. What is her name? Is it Jeannie Mae or Jeannie Mae? Which one is it? Let's look it up. So Jeannie Mae, there was a story that's saying that she was going to raise her child as, you know, essentially non-binary, meaning the child was going to be like no gender or whatever, and let the child decide what they want to do with their gender or no gender, period. And it was a false story. Come to find out, that wasn't true. And Summer Walker had posted it on Instagram, and she was just like, oh, she posted, I don't know if it was her official Instagram or if it was her Galactic Horror Finsta account, where it's kind of like, it's not attached to her main Instagram account. It's kind of like all her other stuff that she wants to post, but don't want to be attached to her brand, which makes sense. And she was kind of like question marks or something on that. And I was just like, Summer Walker be giving me like small little like vibes like this. It's just like how even if it was true and that's how they want to raise their child, what is the issue with that? Like, Summer Walker, I just don't, I love my good sis, but sometimes she be embarrassing me so much. Even the situation with the vaccine and COVID, I just, oh my God, and I like her, but it's just like, I wish she had a friend who was just sitting there and just telling her like, hey babes, this ain't giving. Like, let's think about that. I'm sitting next to somebody not too long ago and trying to explain to them like, hey, this ain't it, this ain't it. Like, even talking to a friend today, he had used he's used the term crackhead. I don't like using that term. And I just had a conversation with him, I just texted him, I said, you know that the term is anti-black. And he was like, he didn't say anything bad, but he was like, okay, like, what's up? Like, and I sent an article explaining it, like how harmful that term is to people who are suffering through addiction, and specifically black folks, how it harms black folks. And they said, you know what, seeing this, reading this, I'm gonna work on using that language. I'm gonna work on using that word. And that's what it's about. I love when people are listening to what I'm saying and they're like, you know what, I recognize it. Let me see if I can confront and unpack and deal with myself. But I feel like a lot of people just, they'll see some stuff, they'll know some stuff is harmful. People explain to them, hey girl, this is harmful. It's just like, well, I don't care. And it's just the same thing with like pronouns and stuff. I will say, yes, like sometimes like it does, like I don't want to make a mistake, I don't want to misgender anybody. But at the same time, I am more worried about like what I'm doing to them than the stress that I have to deal with, because I don't want to be the 20th person who's misgendered them today. Like, and I don't want them to have to console me for misgendering them. Like, I don't want that. Like, and I think some folks get really upset, like, hey, my pronouns are they, them. And then folks were like, well, no, that's a she and her. And I'm just like, it irks my spirit. Like, it really irks my spirit. Hey, just said that their pronouns are they, them, and you keep misgendering them. And I'm just like, please stop. Please stop. It costs nothing to just say they, them. It costs absolutely nothing to say that. Once you know the person's pronoun, that's what it is. I don't understand. But some folks are like, well, no, it's just like, why are you working harder to be meaner? Why are you working, you're doing so much work to be meaner, and I don't understand that. If the person tells me, you know what, address me as Jasmine, I'm addressing you as Jasmine. Point blank period. Point blank period. So, yeah, but girl, y'all see y'all be talking, girl. So this is part 1 of this King Reese video. So let's move ahead to part 2. I'll see you soon.